working, just as a crew member on set, and God knows how much we're being paid. I mean, it was very discouraging. I remember there was a particular time I went into 9 to 5 as a stopgap job because I was becoming a full-on adult, needed to, of course, pay my bills and not rely on family as such. And it became, a lot following my passion in filmmaking. And I have time for me, but I was able to pick my passion because at the end of the day, one thing I realized is that human want is insatiable. The more you earn, the more and more and more it just feels like your expenses keeps increasing.
Hello viewers, I welcome you to yet another episode of My Inspiration. I am your wonderful host, Kolidoye Shegun Jeremiah. We believe every hardworking, passionate and goal-driven professionals, both young and old, deserves to be celebrated and most importantly, serve as a source of inspiration to others. My Inspiration is here to give you that amazing platform. We want the world to hear your story. Don't forget to follow us on our various social media platforms.
Hello everyone, my name is Boluwatife Adieko. I'm here on the My Inspiration show with Jerry, but I'm here to take over the show.
Let's read the biography of Miss Adieko Boluwatife.
Boluwatife Adieko. Boluwatife Adieko is a professional filmmaker and astute management consultant with over 6 years of experience in TV and film production. She has worked on major cinema movies such as Over Her Dead Body, Unbreakable the Movie, Room 201, amongst many others. She has also worked with major brands in producing TV commercials such as Nigerian Idol for MultiChoice, MTN 5G, FCMB Millionaire Promo, and many others. This is alongside 4 major TV programs she has produced and directed, showing on notable cable networks such as DSTV, GoTV, StarTimes, as well as over 13 local TV channels. She has a master's degree and a bachelor's degree in mass communication, certification in filmmaking, and an associate member of the Nigerian Institute of Management. Tife, as she preferred to be addressed, is known to run with a heart of passion for whatever she does. This contribution has paved ways for her in leadership and managerial roles. As a certified communicator, a filmmaker and management consultant, she has been able to intertwine these skills efficiently, and it makes her shine par excellence in whatever role or duty she handles. Hence, why is it not a wonder that her entrepreneur journey as a creative director of TFFX Media and a founder of Just Mocktails? We love how Tife has created a profound work ethic as a filmmaker and as an entrepreneur, and we hope to get inspiration from her story on the show today.
Welcome back, Miss Adieko Boluwatife.
Hi Jerry.
It's nice having you on the show.
It's really nice. Is it nice? You sure it's nice?
Yes, it's nice having you on the show.
Yeah,
Stop acting on the show.
No, but it's nice seeing you again. Actually.
I want to ask you, what inspired you to be a filmmaker?
What inspired me to be a filmmaker? I think that would come from genuine passion, actually. I was young and I usually get scared of horror movies. No longer though, but then I usually get scared. But then there was this curiosity of what goes on behind the camera. Like, if I'm scared from the screen, then what happens to the people taking, what I'm watching? So that, I think that curiosity really pushed me into understanding, the whole gamut of filmmaking, especially what goes on behind the scenes. And I am in filmmaking business.
Wow. Is there money in filmmaking? Them just ask that question.
is there money in filmmaking? There's money in filmmaking. There's money in any form of trade at all. There's money in any form of business at all. Filmmaking, like I already said, it's a business. It's an art. It's a trade. So yes, definitely there is money in filmmaking.
So are you saying, is it money or passion that is the drive here?
I don't understand. Are you not in Nigeria? Okay, but seriously, it's passion. You can't last in filmmaking if it's money that drives you. Actually, you can't last in anything in particular if it's just solely money that drives you. There needs to be an innate passion, either innate passion for people, innate passion for the work, innate passion for the, trade, whatever it is that you're doing. There needs to be something from the inside that pushes you, to do what you're doing. And I don't think money has that form of stronghold to push you so far. For me, it's passion. Passion comes before money, definitely. Of course, you need to learn the art of making money from what you have passion for, or what you're talented in. But for me, passion comes before money. I'm filmmaking generally. I think that's what happens.
But what could you say could be your strength in filmmaking?
I like to address myself as a filmmaker intentionally without boxing myself. Filmmaking is a whole lot. I gradually grew from script writing, gradually grew into production management, from production management into producing, line producing, creative producing, directing. So it's a whole gamut, and I cannot really box myself to say, oh, this is my specialty. If I'm asked to function, except, you won't tell me to come and be a gaffer on set. I won't function as that. Okay. But if you ask me to function in terms of producing, in terms of directing, and in terms of acting, basically the creative gamut of filmmaking, yes, I can function very best at that.
Based on everything you've said so far, it's as if filmmaking is easy and so rosy. So what are the major challenges or you faced as a filmmaker?
Okay, I'll probably just pick it up from my very first experience with filmmaking, and I think down the line to where I've gotten to. I won't say that, of course, filmmaking is not easy. Filmmaking is not rosy. We're colleagues, so you know what I'm talking about. It's definitely not. And I think I've seen a couple of people, I think a lot of people just believe that it's quite easy because it doesn't seem like it's a corporate job, and all of that. But I think filmmaking is one of the industries that I've seen the highest form of professionalism so far in my entire career, and challenges in filmmaking. When I first started filmmaking, I think let me just start from that beginning, from the story. When I first started filmmaking, I was like everywhere. It was like, oh my God, it's a passion, it wasn't the money, like I said, and it was the passion. And I was just like, I just want to know, I just want to learn, I just want to be on the field, and then it started as much as that. And I was able to get into some productions, glory to God, and I was able to get a couple of experiences. First of all, dealing with people was very scary because you cannot be, they say it takes a village to make a film. So it's like you cannot be a filmmaker and not deal with people in any aspect. So it was one of a very big challenge. I needed to learn communication skills at best. As much as I love to stay on my own, I knew I needed to interact with people. Aside from the communication skills, when it comes to filmmaking, that's an issue. Funding is an issue. Funding goes around, starting from the producing down to the talent in which they're being paid. I started working just as a crew member on set, and God knows how much we're being paid. It was very discouraging. I remember there was a particular time I went into 9 to 5 as a stopgap job because I was becoming a full-on adult, needed to, of course, pay my bills and not rely on family as such. And it became, a lot following my passion in filmmaking. And I had to pick between, achieving that goal that I set for myself as a passion, and from my passion rather, and making money and, coping in Nigeria or in this economy. And yes, and it was really a tough time for me, but I was able to pick my passion because at the end of the day, one thing I realized is that human want is insatiable. The more you earn, the more and more and more it just feels like your expenses keeps increasing. And that I think that was something that got to me. And I told myself, even if I am going to work I still need money no matter what. And if I was going into filmmaking, I still needed money. That made me carve a niche for myself in producing. And I mean, I've line produced a couple of commercials, a couple of movies, you know, and I decided to just, you know, carve a niche and tell myself, okay, Tife, this is what you're going to do in filmmaking business. This is what you're going to do in this business of filmmaking. And with that, your value is added. With that, they're like, oh, no, that girl's a very good line producer. Oh, she's a very good producer. Oh, she's this, you know, carving that niche to tell yourself, I can do a lot, but I'll pick this particular aspect and be good at it, and then place value on it, and then make your money from it. And I think that's how I've been able to strike a balance between my passion and also making money. It was really tough, you know, but then, well, you know, getting to that stage where it's better and getting better, and definitely by God's grace, I'm sure in years to come it will be way better.
Wow, this is so inspiring. So in your final words now, what do you have for the viewers to encourage and inspire them?
I believe this particular episode will be more useful to upcoming young filmmakers, especially let me say the female, because I remember there was a discussion we were having earlier that had to do with, oh, as a lady, and I said, please do not discriminate, because you won't say a female doctor, a female lawyer, so why say a female filmmaker, you know, or a female. So as coming into filmmaking, you need to be able to know what you want to do. Ensure that it is from within. Like I said, if it's money that's pushed into filmmaking, please abort mission. It's the wrongest industry to come into. Ensure that there's an innate desire for you. There's something inside of you that's pushing you into filmmaking. There's an impact you want to create with this field, first of all. And then once you're able to achieve that, always learn. I've gone to film school. I keep learning on the job as well. And I keep doing so many other trainings just to improve my skills. Filmmaking is not just, oh, I want to be a filmmaker. You need to put in the work to actually achieve and to gain every benefit that comes with filmmaking and being a filmmaker. And of course, filmmaking is a business. So the art of making money in filmmaking also needs to be studied and learned to be able to understand, you know, making money in filmmaking. I have so many mentors that will tell you, if you're looking to make money in filmmaking, then you're not serious. If the very first thing you're saying is, oh, I want to shoot a short film, how do I make money from then? You're not serious. Make your film, and then along the line you learn these things. Actually be deliberate about learning it. If not, you get consumed in just learning filmmaking and forgetting the business in filmmaking.
You've heard her. Be deliberate about learning filmmaking. Thank you very much, Ms. Adiako.
Thank you, Jerry. It was glad having you on this
And
show.
until we meet again in the next episode, thank you and God bless you.
Bye.